folks, Harley Day Rider back at you once again. Your good old friend HDR out here once again on the lovely 2018 Road Glide Ultra. I want to say a big thank you and a very, very huge shout out, and I don't have your name handy, and please forgive me for that. You know how that goes, but you know who you were. The gentleman that had this cup holder, and he mentioned on my comments when I showed that I put the cup holder on the bike, he said, hey HDR, take that perch mount, which this is the perch mount right here if you can see it, and flip it over. He said it keeps the cup holder out of the wind. If you remember, it was way up here, and that bottle was blowing around. Well, you've seen Bodine 52's video, and if you have not, go look at it, because the bottle took off and it flew up over mine and Mrs. HDR's head. He said if you turn it over, it puts the cup holder more below the windshield and it gets less wind. And that thing's hardly moving now, so thank you for that suggestion. And that kind of brings me to the topic of this discussion, is a little bit about our community here. Our community of YouTubers, and it's growing. I'm actually seeing more and more motovloggers coming out of this little hobby, and I'm very thankful to see that. I like seeing new guys come up. I like seeing new guys out there riding new bikes and throwing a camera on your helmet and talking about it. So great to see all the new folks coming along. But the community that we built, the reason that I wanted to be a part of this community is so we can pay it forward, help each other. And not so much just about riding motorcycles, you know, and talking to each other, but I think it's even deeper than that. I think we also pay it forward. You know, I get comments at times from folks, maybe guys that either can't ride anymore, or maybe they're laid up right now and they're not riding presently, and they kind of live through these videos that we make, all of us. No, they like to watch and feel that they're riding down the road with us, and that is amazing. So, you know, keep paying it forward, just like the little cup holder tip. Man, you paid it forward, and I truly appreciate that. It took me about like 2 minutes to flip that thing over. The hardest thing is holding the controls on, you know, holding the controls together when you're trying to get the screws back in. I know I could have Mrs. HR out there helping me, but I didn't. I did it myself. But yeah, the community wrapped around these YouTube videos is huge, and that proved it last year when we had, or this year actually, at the end of June there, when we did our YouTube and YouTube vloggers and viewer meetup. It proved it that we have a great community. Now I think I think positively there was more YouTubers showed up, but that's okay, because we get to meet each other. When I comment on your videos, you're like, oh, I can put a face to that HDR now. I know who that guy is. I know that guy likes to drink Yingling beer when he can get it, and you know, that's the amazing part right there. That's truly the amazing part. And the friendships you make around this whole YouTube thing, man, is just, you know, I never thought back four and a half years ago when I started vlogging, I never dreamed that I would meet so many new friends. So many new friends that like to do what I like to do, right? I like to ride motorcycles. I think that's what YouTube is based around, actually. Well, I guess it's a social media, right? So, like, you'll see young girls and stuff on there that like to wear makeup and stuff, and they watch other young girls put makeup on. So I guess it's like their community. So, but it's been an amazing ride, an amazing roll. I love the comments, man. Light the comments up as much as you can. I love reading them all and sitting there writing back to you. It's sort of like the old days, you know, back when I was a young kid, we would do pen pals. Remember pen pals? When you would write a letter to somebody overseas and you never met the person, maybe you would get a picture back. And if it was the country, they were, you know, the family had enough money for a camera, And you'd send a picture of yourself back, and you would chit-chat to people from all over the world. So, then I was into ham radio for a long time. Yep, ham radio, that's amateur radio, and I talked all over the world. And I know a few of you out there are ham radio operators because you sent me your call signs already, and that's great. My call sign is Whiskey 3 Charlie Tango, W3CT. And I got that call sign when I became an amateur radio operator. Actually, I bought that call sign. It's a vanity call sign. And I bought it for computer technologists because that's what I do for a living. So I thought that would be kind of cool. So yeah, Whiskey 3 Charlie Tango. And I talked in Morse code, but I talked all over the world with Morse code and voice. And we used to send postcards back and forth called QSL cards. So we had a big community, but it was usually people you never talked to again. Very seldom would you ever talk to somebody again. You would do what we call work them. You would work the DX, right? So you would try to get as many foreign contacts as you can, and as many cards, and it was a, I don't know, I guess like a man thing, right? I don't know. There was a lot of women amateur operators, but that was our community. You know, when I was growing up, we had CB radios. Those are more local, and I talked on CB radio, man, for years. Yep, and my call sign, I can't remember, but that was back when you had to have a license to talk on CB radio. Oh yeah, I did too. KHJ 1572. KHJ 1572. That was my call sign on CB radio. And my handle, don't hold this against me, was Jaws. Like Jaws. And the reason that was, not too long before I got a CB radio, we went to see the movie. My dad took us to see the movie Jaws. So I became Jaws on the CB radio. So, but yeah, community are built around many different facets of communication. I believe the only communication out there that never built any form of collaboration or social media, really, if you think about it, was probably the telephone. I mean, we call somebody, hello, how you doing? Nice to talk to you, goodbye, you know. These days, it's all telemarketers. Hello, I'd like to tell you how you can lower your credit card interest rate. All you gotta do is give me your credit card number and that 3-digit on the back, and your social security number, and your mailing address, and we could definitely lower that interest. Yeah, thanks, Bob, dumb butt. You get the idea. All right, other than that, we're going to mosey up the road here. We're going to see how many people are kayaking. Then I got to go buy something for dinner tonight. I still don't know what we want, but I got to get something for dinner. So let me know of your take on this whole YouTube, social media, the whole thing, you know. And most of us have social media outlets other than YouTube, like Instagram and what's the other one? Instagram and Facebook. How can you forget that one, huh? Alright, well, thanks for listening to me babbling on. Again, thanks for the great tip for the cup holder, man. I really like it there. I think it looks great. It functions a heck of a lot better. I'm going to give it the highway test here in a little bit and see how that rolls on, see if it blows out of there, but we'll see. Alright, everybody, thanks for watching. Remember, ride your own ride and be safe out there. Harley Day Rider will be down and out in the lovely southwestern Pennsylvania. Bye-bye for now. Alright, folks, we're going to be doing a little wind test with our cup holder turned upside down here. Again, this is the Zero 3D cup holder with the perch mount. There you go. Wow, that is a lot better. It's floating around a lot less behind the windshield. Wow. Here's a picture right here of what it used to look like when it was flipped over. It was way high. And thanks to a viewer and paying it forward again, we now got the cup holder where it needs to be. So, very nice. I like it a lot better like that. So, get up to speed. We're getting to 70. Yep, hardly blown at all. I appreciate that, man. Plus, it's less intrusive. It's actually out of the way. I like it down more. It was way up here. It was kind of in your view, you know. So down here, you really don't notice it anymore. I like it even more. So if you get a Zero 3D cup holder, turn the perch holder upside down. It works out really well. So, and don't forget, there's a little Allen screw up inside that ball head where you can turn it left and right. So, all right, really cool, man. Thanks again. I appreciate that.